I have just got in from the wet. Today's video is a video that is the best family cars. You might notice, but I have only included the small and the medium ones. That is because the amount of crossovers and SUVs on the market at the minute is ridiculous. So much so that I could make a whole nother video on the best large family cars. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, make sure that you have subscribed so that you know when that has come out. But meanwhile, if you're in the market for a smaller or medium-sized one, like a saloon or hatchback or estate, make sure that you watch this video and then you can watch the next one if you want that as well. If you like it, give it a like. Do all of the other YouTube stuff that they tell you to do. I hope you enjoy the video and let's get started. First up, we have the Renault Megane. You'll know what one I'm talking about from the pictures that you'll see in a minute. The Megane is the one that I was looking at was the 1.6 diesel engine, so the 1.6 DCI that you get with the Mercedeses, the Renaults, and the Nissans from the Renault-Nissan Alliance. 0-60 should take about 10 seconds in this 1.6 DCI, and economy claimed is 70 miles per gallon, but I don't think that you'll see that. Probably, I mean, if you do see it in the 60s, then that is very good, because 60 miles per gallon, I mean, even if you get 50s, and that is still pretty good, but you should hopefully see in the 60s. The drive isn't the best, but it's okay, and for a 2018 with about 30-ish thousand miles, expect to pay between £9,000 and £10,000. Let's see some pictures, talk about the reliability and design now. The only really reliability issues will probably be electrics, and I don't think that there's much of a worry. I think the design is quite sportive, especially with the lights on the back, and the rest of it is all nice too. At number 3, we have the Hyundai i30. So if you get one that is up to 5 years old, then it will still be in its manufacturer warranty, because Hyundai offers a 5-year manufacturer warranty, obviously. But even if it is out of that, then reliability is supposedly good on these cars. Good on Kias and Hyundais in general. That's why they give you such a long warranty, because they're confident that their cars are good, basically. If you get the 1.4 petrol engine, this delivers decent performance, 0-60 in about 9.3 seconds, and okay fuel consumption as well. If you get the 1 litre, I mean, it's okay. It does 0-60 in about 11 and a bit seconds, but I'd go for the 1.4 if I were you. They do offer it in a hatchback, but another body style as well, which you'll see in a minute. Design-wise, I'm not too keen on the back. However, on the front, I think that the grille and the daytime running lights make it look posher and nicer. Hyundai also offers the i30 with a fastback saloon edition, and I think that gives it a bit more sporty look and a better look in general. It's a bit more closer to the £10,000 budget though. At number 2, we have the Volkswagen Golf, in particular the Mark 7. I mean, you can get variety of engines at a variety of prices, because there are just so many of these cars about. A lot of the cars that you see, in fact, one just drove by right now, and there's one parked on a drive right there, another one parked down the road down there, another one parked in a car park down there. Yeah, I've seen about 5 so far. I've probably said 5, I've probably seen about 3. I'm not sure. 1, 2, 4, I don't know. I can't count. I just can't count. The Golf, this looks slightly boring. I mean, the 2-litre TDI looks okay, and so does the GTI and GTD. If you an average mileage with 2013-14 should be within the budget. You can probably pick one up for about £8,500, £9,000. GTD with higher mileage, you can spend about 10, but still within the budget. They're reasonably priced, very practical cars. I'm not gonna show any pictures because everyone knows what the Golf looks like, really, don't they? Okay, let's move on to a car that's number 1 and is actually very similar to this Golf. Let's go. Okay, so number 1 in the small family cars before we move on to the medium-sized ones. And that is a car that can be pronounced in a few different ways, so let's just say it there. Both the brand and the model. The Seat Leon. I say Seat Leon, but whatever. So this car is related to the Golf, as I have briefly mentioned. And I recommend the same engines as I recommend with the Golf, the 1.4 TSI and the 2-litre diesel. These engines both deliver good performance, and the 2-litre TDI obviously will return good fuel consumption. Realistically, in the 50s, claimed in the 60s. But even the 1.4 TSI, that's claimed as in the 50s, you'll probably get late 40s as well. And the tax is only £30 per year, so that 1.4 TSI engine is a strong VW Group engine. You can pick up a 66 Red with 50,000 miles within the £10,000 budget, on that £10,000 budget actually. But for 2013, 2014, 2015, with whatever mileage, they'll normally be inside of the budget. They also offer a 1.6 diesel and a 1.2 petrol and a 1.5 TSI Evo. But yeah, I do like that 1.5 TSI Evo. The 1.6 and the 1.2s are fairly slow, though. They're good all round, really. Reliability shouldn't be an issue. The Golf shouldn't be an issue either, but for some reason these Leon's reliability is actually rated higher. So yeah, they're reliable, they're practical, they're everything really. Right, let's move on to the medium-sized cars. And start off with number 4. Personally, I think the Leon is the best looking out of the A3, Octavia and Golf and itself. I just think that it's a bit more exotic, a bit more flair, and especially in this FR trim. Very nice looking, I think. Right, let's move on to the medium-sized family cars. And at number 4, we have the Honda Accord. Reliability. Like with most Hondas, they get a thumbs up. Whoop, whoop. Yep, they are very reliable cars. They are not the most fuel efficient for a 2.2 litre diesel, which is the one that I recommend the most. And, I mean, it's still fine, though. For 2012, with low 50,000 miles, I expect to pay about not even £9,000. And so, yeah, they're about the same, if not cheaper. They are a bit cheaper than a BMW 3 Series of the same age with the same mileage. But you don't really get as much. Speed is okay as well, about 9 seconds to 60. And, yeah, they're a sensible choice and they're a good choice. Unfortunately, here in the UK, you cannot buy the Accord new anymore. However, I do get American vibes from it, in the looks, especially from this front angle here. I think it is a very good looking car, and I wish that they still did it. I wonder what the new design would look like. At number 3, we have the Skoda Octavia. You can get the Octavia with a range of engines, however the ones that I'd recommend the most, as mentioned in the previous Volkswagen Group engines, are the 2-litre diesel and the 1.4 petrol. Both return decent economy and good performance. Skoda's looks are fine. The higher up the trim level, the better they look, the more sporty they look. Practicality is amazing on these cars. Somehow, since they're built on the same platform as the Leon and the Golf, yet there's loads more rear space and more space in the boot. I'm pointing as if I'm in an Octavia, but I'm not. Yeah, they're spacious and reliable. I don't get this right. So, all these cars have basically got the same underpinnings, but they must add their own stuff to the engines and stuff, because from owners and other people and stuff have said, the Audi is normally the least reliable, then the VW, then the Seat, and then the Skoda is normally the most reliable. How does that work? So yeah, reliable, practical, economical, good all-rounder, and I can't think of that many better cars. That is one of the best all-round cars. But there are a few better medium-sized family cars. Let's find out what they are. One of which is the car that I'm sat in right now. And it is the BMW 320d, which comes in at number 2. So, the 320d, I mean, there's a lot to say about it, really. Mainly because I know a lot about it, because it's the car that I'm in right now, really. It comes with plenty of tech. It comes with great reliability. That's quite a good thing about it. I'm not going to blabber on too much about it because you can find out loads about it. I will leave the link in the description to my full review of the BMW 320d. All you have to do to find the description, if you don't know already, is press the arrow on the title of the video. You can then find the link that is for the review of this car, and to find out loads about it, click that link. But here's a brief summary. If you get the 320d in any trim that isn't Efficient Dynamics, it will produce 184 brake horsepower and get the car to 60 in around 7.5 seconds. Economy is good. In our Sport Trim one, we see between 50 and 60 mpg when driving normally. It looks smart and nice too. So we have come to the final car on the family cars, especially the large one, large medium. As I said, I'm going to make a future video that is the best, I'll probably be a top 10 or something, large family cars. But in the meantime, the number 1 medium-sized one, and that is the Skoda Superb. I said Skoda correctly? Skoda. And yeah, it's like a bigger version of the Octavia, really. But I actually personally think that they look a bit better, especially as you build up the trim level, like I said. There's a bit more information about the looks and stuff. Like with most Skodas, reliability is good, and with the 2-litre diesel engine, so is performance and economy. The Skoda's design is smart, if a tad boring. Yeah, basically it's a great all-rounder car, does everything well, and it's a great family car too, as it's spacious, and hopefully it won't let you down too much. So we have come to the end of the video now. As I've said, make sure you do what all of the YouTube stuff, what they always tell you to do on YouTube videos. Make sure that you come back for the next video, and also make sure, if you haven't done so already, to check out the BMW 320d review. Link in the description below. Remember to find that description, click the arrow in the title, and it will lead you straight to it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!